think what we need to do is this. And then what we got to do here is give it
this way. Is it gonna...
if you use this to turn it,
I just want to see if it's gonna get in the way.
Yeah, it's gonna follow the action.
I just don't want it to run right now.
Yeah, so if we do that, a little bit.
Try to put like these legs over, maybe. I don't know if that will be stable enough.
I don't know. Let's just not risk that for now. Is anyone on the live?
I'll join.
One watching, it's me and you.
That's all right. Game hasn't started yet. And we are supposed to go make that.
I think it is a little bit delayed.
Yeah, I definitely. So how do I quit?
Turn this one. That. And then you click this. And every time you leave it will just bookmark that spot and you can click around it. There you go. If you want to experiment with this,
I'll make the...
I would look up how to make sure that works. Maybe that's just still trying to connect or something. I don't know. You want to do this? And then...
Yeah, we'll see.
You get on there.
This is a mic test. Just testing the mic out, make sure it works.
Say it again.
Testing 1 2 3 1 2 3, testing out the mic for this UVU hockey stream. Here we go. Get ready for a good game tonight. shaky. It says that's like muting. Might be a clip. Oh, that's volume control. Alright everybody, I apologize for the delay in my commentating. Tonight we got UVU in dark, Montana Tech in light. Looks like we just had a icing, possibly a missed call though. We're facing off at center ice here. And let's see what will happen. We had a Montana Tech UVU face each other in a doubleheader last weekend. Same thing here, but now we're back in Provo. UVU with the face-off there. Trying to work it across ice, off a skate, into the Montana Tech zone. Forecheck by UVU. Montana Tech trying to work it up the wall. Good pinch by UVU, effort to keep it in the zone. Montana Tech now behind their own net. Good pressure there from UVU to cause a turnover in front of the net. Oh, tried to work it back door, but had a whiff there. Montana Tech moving the other way. Big hit along the wall there. UVU sending up the wall. They have time. Cross to the middle. More time, a little dump and change action happening now. Montana Tech with some time in their own zone here. They send it up the wall. Dumped there by Montana Tech in a chase. Good battle in the corner there. Worked up weak side now. Good keep by Montana Tech. UVU working up the other end. Able to get it past the defenseman into the net, but goaltender covers that one for a stoppage of play. UVU with the face-off back to the strong side D. Walks it into the middle. Oh, tried to send that one back door, couldn't connect. UVU working it. Tried to get it in front of the net. Back into the corner it goes. Montana Tech now takes that puck away. They send it into the UVU zone chasing. Back up to the point. Shot. Deflected wide by Baxter. UVU skating it up the other way. Into Montana Tech zone. Montana Tech looking to get it out here. Good pressure from UVU. And we will have a stoppage of play. Looks like we may, let's see here. May have a penalty. Alright, so looks like UVU will be on the kill here. Montana Tech on the power play. A lot of these last weekend. Montana Tech with the win on the face-off. Working it strong side, now into the corner. Up the wall. Try to work it back into the corner. UVU gets a stick in the lane and is able to clear the zone. Montana Tech now setting up their breakout here. Cross ice, almost picked off by UVU there, but they're able to connect and work it into the zone. 2-on-1 here. Tried to work it across. Oh, off the skate of the defender and almost into the net there. Looks like Baxter was able to get a piece of that one, but it had some hang time in front of some open net there. Montana Tech with the win on the faceoff, works it D to D for a shot off the skate of UVU and into the netting. UVU wins that one. Up the wall. Montana Tech keeps the zone. Back into the corner. UVU tries to clear, but Montana Tech maintains possession. They look weak side. Man wide open there for a one-timer. Just missed. Montana Tech looking to send it again in front of the net. They keep possession here. Up to the point. Good pressure from UVU. They work it back down though. Montana Tech with a shot off the skate of a UVU defender. UVU able to get it out of the zone. Montana Tech collecting in their own zone. Montana Tech working it up the ice here. They have some time with a shot and a goal. Montana Tech. That's going to be a power play goal for Montana Tech there off the zone entry. Face-off coming back at center ice. Montana Tech wins that one. They work it up the wall. Puck ends up back with their D. They try to send it up the wall again for a dump. UVU with possession, tries to send it up. Shot from the point by Montana Tech, tipped. Montana Tech tried to send it back in front of the zone. They're able to keep possession. Montana Tech again, trying to work it in front of the net. Doesn't work. UVU tries to take it the other way. It ends up back for a regroup here. UVU will end up behind their own net. They work it up the wall. Little touch pass to the middle there. UVU entering the zone now with a shot wide. Able to maintain possession, couldn't maintain the zone there. Looking for another regroup here. They're able to get that pass up, try to work it middle, but lose possession. It's tossed back out to center ice where UVU will try to regroup for the third time. Missed pass there, they'll go for a dump. Montana Tech behind their own net, tries to send it up. UVU with some pressure on the wall there. Montana Tech working it off the wall. D to D behind the net there. And they're moving up the other way. They'll take a dump. They'll chase that one. Missed the puck. UVU. Turnover on the blue line. Montana Tech with a shot. Saved by Baxter. Montana Tech with the win. Shot from the point, tipped a few times but went wide. Battling along the wall. UVU able to get possession, send it to the middle. Defenseman pinched there, able to cause a turnover. UVU tries to send it but goes straight to Montana, who's bringing it back up. UVU picks it up on a blue line turnover there. They got a shot over the net. Try to keep the zone. Montana Tech picks it up for a 2-on-1 here. Big hit right there. Great defensive play to take them out of that 2-on-1. UVU now is able to get possession in the corner. They try to send it up. Goes off a Montana Tech skate and into the netting. Typically you play the pass on those 2-on-1s. I don't know if the Montana Tech player is expecting a hit there on that play. Montana Tech wins the face-off to the point. Shot. People in front of the net. Puck's loose. chipped up and into the corner where Montana Tech keeps possession. Montana Tech playing a little catch. Back into the corner, pressure from UVU. Behind the net now, battle, big collision. UVU's picking it up and going the other way now. Tried to make a move in the middle, passes it off to teammate, shot, hit the glove and out, goal. UVU is able to put that one in off the rebound. That's a great effort to follow the shot there and get that rebound. We are now 1-1 with 11 minutes to go in the period. Face-off goes to Montana Tech. They'll try to skate it in, decide to dump it. Puck's behind the net now. Montana Tech picks that up. They get it to the front, shot stuffed by Baxter. Montana Tech trying to regroup here. They'll send it up the wall again. And it looks like we have a penalty on UVU. Looks like a slashing. And looks like an unsportsmanlike conduct as well. So that might be 2 there. And looks like there's a little confusion with the officials there. Now UVU's got a player coming out. Looks like they needed someone else to serve. So now UVU has 2 in the box. Just 2 minutes on the board for their penalty there. So we will have 5-on-4, Montana Tech power play. Montana Tech up to the point. They work it to the half wall there, back up to the point. Across. They'll take their time, work it low, look back door. Good stop by UVU there. They try to get it out, but cannot. Back to Montana Tech as they set it up into the corner. Working it back up to the top there. They'll take a shot. Ooh, looks like it was blocked by one of Montana Tech's own players. UVU now clearing the zone. Montana Tech will go back into their own zone to set up their breakout. Montana Tech, clean zone entry there. Good pressure though from UVU, able to push them out of their offensive zone there. Montana Tech back to work, entering the zone again. They'll go for a rim. They'll collect it on the other end. D up top, now to the half wall. Back up top. Montana Tech tries to look middle again for a pass. Unable to connect. And UVU will send it back down. Montana Tech picking it up, holding it behind their net. Moving it up the wall here. Try to go across. Almost picked by UVU there. But they're able to maintain somewhat of possession there. UVU scrambling here. No one can seem to hold the puck. Battle along the wall. Montana Tech comes out with it. They work it into the middle. Good poke check by Baxter there to get that one away from them. Montana Tech again in the middle with the puck. They work it far side. Try to go backdoor. Connects with no one there. Montana Tech still keeping possession here. UVU back at full strength. They'll work it to the middle. They'll look for a tip in front. Not there though. UVU picks it up. They've got some time and numbers. They'll try to work it up here. UVU, one man in the zone. They'll just put it on net, and we'll have a stoppage of play here. Face off in the UVU offensive zone. They will be a miscommunication on the blue line, and Montana Tech now has numbers coming into the zone. UVU able to mark up and stop that rush. They'll now work it up the wall. Trying to work it middle. Go back outside. Still have possession. Try to go middle again. UVU with possession in the middle. Shot blocked off of Montana Tech's skate. Battling in the corner. UVU tries to wrap that one around, but Montana Tech's gonna get there. Another battle on the wall. More numbers entering. Puck is sent across far side, and UVU will just take a shot, hitting a Montana player who will clear the zone. UVU has some time here. They'll take it behind the net. They'll try to work it up the wall. They're able to get it out and enter the zone. 3-on-3 here in the zone. Work it middle. Not able to maintain possession. Montana Tech clears the zone. They'll chase. UVU sends it up the wall. Montana Tech pressuring. Another scramble on the wall. Anyone's puck. Montana Tech works it middle, but it is pushed back into the corner by UVU. UVU now with the puck. Some nice moves on the wall, but weren't able to connect a pass out of the zone there. Montana Tech sends it back in. UVU trying to skate it out. They'll send a chip up. They have a man in the middle. He'll collect. He'll enter the zone. 2-on-2 for a shot. That was deflected wide by the Montana Tech defender. UVU picks it up in the corner. They'll skate it around, look for options. They got pressure on them. Montana Tech picks that one up. They'll send it out of the zone, and we'll have an icing. Face off in the UVU offensive zone here. They'll win. They'll take a shot. That shot was high. Puck is cleared from the zone. UVU looking to regroup here. They'll send it up the wall. A little tip into the zone, and they'll chase. Montana Tech has some time. They'll send it D to D. They have some time on the wall. They'll chip it out. UVU again collecting that and looking for a regroup here. They send it far side. Try to send it up the wall, but Montana Tech's there. They collect. Hard dump in. Puck bounces all the way out of the zone there. Montana Tech now. Send it deep yet again. Puck bounces in front of the net. Montana Tech almost got a stick on that one, but it looks like Baxter got that pad down, able to cover that puck. Montana Tech offensive zone face-off. They'll go for a shot right off the draw. UVU sends it up the wall. Montana Tech holds that zone. Worked far side by UVU, playing pass in front of their own net. Working it up through the middle now. And we have an offsides on that zone entry. Those ones are always frustrating, whether you're the guy skating in or the guy offsides. Neutral zone face-off. UVU will win that. They'll go for a dump. Montana Tech's able to collect that one in the corner. They go D to D and up the wall. They connect in the middle. Entering the zone now with some numbers. They try to pass the puck to the middle. Puck goes off a skate and into the neutral zone. Montana Tech will send it back into the UVU zone now. Oh, puck bounces out middle there to Montana Tech. They'll have some time in the middle. Shot. And looks like the net is off. Whistle is blown. Montana Tech with a great opportunity there. Baxter is able to stop the 1-on-0. Montana Tech offensive face-off here. Won by Montana Tech. They'll take a shot from the point. Baxter got a pad on that. Rimmed up by UVU. Montana Tech able to keep the zone. Montana Tech working it up the wall. Battling now. Back up to Montana Tech point for a shot. Stopped by UVU and sent out of the zone. Montana Tech will send it right back in, and UVU will collect behind their own net. Pass there, lost by UVU, picked up by Montana Tech. They're working in the corner, try to go middle, off a skate to a UVU player who's working it now up the ice into their offensive zone. Nice move there, try to get around the defense. Able to play the body and knock him off the puck though. UVU with a shot. Looked like a turnover there. UVU was able to get possession. They're not able to keep possession, but another turnover there. Looking to go middle of the ice. Did not have a man available. UVU is trying to regroup in their own zone here. They send it up the wall. They're able to clear. UVU entering 3-on-2. Shot. Bounces off a skate. UVU collects another shot off another skate. Montana Tech tries to clear the zone. Shot from the point by UVU. Blocked by Montana Tech player. UVU has a chance. Is not able to connect. Montana Tech now regains their bearings as it's coming out of the zone. They dump the puck. One goes hard. Baxter plays it behind his net. UVU now with some defensive escape moves. They will skate it up. Try to send it out, but now Montana Tech intercepts. Big hit there. Looks like we have a penalty on that play. Montana Tech with some numbers on that 3-on-2 there. UVU picks up a penalty. And we will have the third Montana Tech power play in this game. They will be on power play for the remainder of this period. Excuse me, for most of this period. We'll have 7 seconds of full strength at the end of this period. Montana Tech working it up top with a one-timer. Looked like that one was blocked off a skate. UVU tries to clear. Montana Tech holds the zone. They work it low. Some time on the wall here now. Look for a pass, shot from the middle. Baxter sends that one to the side. Montana Tech gains possession yet again. They'll continue to work it up top. UVU with a little bit of pressure. They'll shoot wide. Montana Tech picking up the rebound. UVU able to cause a turnover and send it all the way down where Montana Tech will regroup. Montana Tech now moving up the ice. They'll take as much space as they can, keep skating into the zone, behind the net. They'll try to set it up on the wall there, but miss the puck. UVU now is able to get a piece of it. They were able to clear the zone there. UVU now entering the zone. Stood up there by Montana Tech's defenseman. UVU able to keep possession. They'll work into their own zone behind the net, and they will clear the zone and get a change. Montana Tech now will take some time, skate it into the zone. 30 seconds remaining. They'll send it up to top. Far side, he has some time. He'll look middle off the skate of UVU defenseman. Montana Tech setting up out of the corner, sending it up top. They'll take some space with a shot. That shot went wide. Montana Tech tries to keep possession. UVU full strength, and they will get the clear all the way down to the other end, where it is covered by the Montana Tech goalie. There is less than a second left on the clock. UVU will get somewhat of a chance here. We'll see. It'll have to be quick. And that'll be the end of the first period. Score is 1-1. Use pictures from the game for the graphic, or is it from past games?
I tried to use.
Yeah.
Are you still playing? Like in a beer league?
Welcome back. Second period's now underway. Montana Tech wins the face-off. Send it into the UVU zone. UVU collects in the corner, trying to work it up. They'll send it back behind their own net. UVU tries to work it up the wall. Montana Tech pressure is able to work it to the middle for a shot. Blocked away by Baxter. Montana Tech with time behind the net. They'll skate it up and around. Look middle. UVU gets a stick on it. They'll carry it out of the zone, and they will dump it. Montana Tech now sending it up. They try to skate it up, picked by UVU, but then right back into Montana Tech's possession. They'll enter the zone with some speed with a shot wide. Battle along the boards. Montana Tech some time to the middle. A shot off the crossbar. UVU plays it safe, sends the puck all the way down for an icing. Montana Tech, offensive zone face-off. Montana Tech able to get initial possession, but battling now with UVU along the wall. They gain possession, walk the middle, stick check, results in a turnover, but Montana Tech's able to keep control. They'll walk it to the middle with a shot. That one's sent wide. Battling in the corner. 3-on-2 for UVU. Montana Tech still able to win that puck, send it to the middle for a shot. Rebound sent into the corner by UVU. Puck now back into the corner. Montana Tech working with it. UVU trying to put some pressure on. Montana Tech able to find a man there, but UVU is able to pick up a loose puck and chips it out of the zone. Montana Tech picks that one up, but another turnover there. UVU decides to go with a dump. That turns into an icing. Just didn't quite make the line there. And it will go back into the UVU defensive zone. Montana Tech liking that right side of the ice for the face-off here. UVU is able to get possession off the face-off. They'll send it up the wall, bounces over a stick, and Montana Tech sends it back. UVU now with a high sauce pass, connects. UVU now entering the zone, unable to keep possession, battling in the corner. UVU walking out of the corner with the puck with a shot, blocked by Montana Tech's player there. And UVU will regroup in the neutral zone. Montana Tech, good pressure. Not quite enough to get the puck. UVU will send it deep. UVU, big hit off the puck there. Will stay in the offensive zone for UVU. Another battle along the wall. No one seems to want the puck. We got a little scuffle there. All they wanted was each other. They didn't even want that puck. Looks like they'll both go to the bench a little angry on that one. UVU with the offensive zone face-off. Won by UVU with a shot. A little too high on that one, going all the way back into the UVU defensive zone. They'll keep it going up the wall. Race there. Both players missed the puck. Montana Tech with a shot, got tipped just wide. Puck in the corner now. UVU tries to send it cross ice. Puck ends up back in the corner. UVU is going to try to skate this one out, but Montana Tech's defenseman is able to keep that zone. UVU with the puck now. Almost had a chance there. Wasn't able to keep the puck. And Montana Tech defenseman did his job and played that body, kept him off that puck. We'll now have a face-off in the UVU offensive zone. Face-off one, Montana Tech sends it up to UVU defenseman who shoots, tip, hits a UVU player and bounces to the wall. Montana Tech sends it up. UVU intercepts, but Montana Tech will pick it right back up and into the zone with some speed going wide. They'll go around the net, try to center. They have a man. He shoots backhand off a UVU defenseman. Montana Tech up to the point. They'll work it back to the wall. A nice move there through the legs. They'll send it low, and it will be a race to the puck here off the wall. Montana Tech wins that, sends it low. In the corner now. Behind the net. In front, they have a man with a shot. Glove saved by Baxter. UVU with the face-off there. They try to carry it out. Stopped by Montana Tech. Montana Tech again keeping the zone, getting bodies on the wall, stopping UVU from exiting that zone. UVU is able to clear. They'll skate it in. Stays on UVU's stick after a turnover. They'll take their time here, walking with a shot from the point. Bounces off Montana Tech, race to the puck there. UVU able to recover and keep possession there. Opportunity for a Montana Tech breakaway. Wolverines send it up. They're able to skate it into the zone now. 2-on-3. Try to work it behind the net. Montana Tech able to rub them off the puck there. UVU trying to stuff it back into the zone, doesn't work. Sent into the glove of a Montana Tech defender. They'll try to work it up and out. Ends up with UVU's defenseman, who decides to skate it. He's entering the zone now. Tries to send it in front. Intercepted by Montana Tech. They'll work it up. It's a 2-on-2 now. And they'll go for a change on that one. UVU loses an edge in the corner. Montana Tech has a man in front. They pass. Shot off the pad of Baxter. UVU sends it. It'll be an icing. Montana Tech offensive zone face-off. UVU will come away with that one, but Montana Tech recovers, is able to keep the zone. They have one guy coming into forecheck. UVU some time here. They get a nice clean breakout, are entering the zone. Don't have a lot of numbers, caught in the corner, battling now. It's worked up. UVU decides to pinch. They keep the puck in. They got some numbers, work it weak side for another centering pass. UVU scores. UVU with some nice passing there, resulting in a goal. We will now be back at center ice. Score now 2-1, UVU. They'll win the face-off. Work it across. Now UVU entering the middle with some speed here in numbers. Turnover there. Montana Tech going the other way. Good back check there, though. Results in a penalty. It looks like a slash. UVU will now have to send a man to the box. Montana Tech has an opportunity here to tie up the game. Montana Tech wins the face-off. They send it up top. Montana Tech working it up top. They'll send it low. Setting up, strong side here. Shot from the top, went wide. Montana Tech picks it up along the wall, battling with UVU. Montana Tech sends 3 guys in to try to keep possession of that puck here. They are able to get that one off the wall. They'll set it back up. Good pressure from UVU. Montana Tech working it up top. They send it low. Again, they'll set up on that strong side. They have some time here. Good pressure from UVU. Montana Tech able to work it weak side for a shot. Blocked by UVU. UVU now able to win a battle on the wall. They'll take some time to skate. Missed pass there. Montana Tech heading in on a 2-on-1. Pass it, weak side shot. Baxter able to stop that one coming across the crease. Montana Tech wins the face-off. They work it low. They have a man back door. They pass it, and that's a goal for Montana Tech. They're able to find the man back door and put that one in the net with little struggle. Back at center ice. Scores now 2-2. UVU launches that one, and that will be an icing. Currently 12 minutes left in the period. Montana Tech setting up on the right side again. They will win the face-off. They'll take a shot from the point. Puck's up in the air. Batted into the corner by Baxter and chipped out by UVU. UVU able to pick that puck on an attempted regroup. Can't keep control there. They'll go for their own regroup here in the neutral zone. Montana Tech pressures. UVU trying to get the puck in the zone. They're able to skate it in. They work it back up to the point. Pressure from Montana Tech. They're able to win that puck off the blue line there for a 3-on-2 here. They'll go for a shot wide off the skate. UVU now working it out of their own zone. Missed pass. Montana Tech able to pick that one up. But UVU pressuring in the neutral zone. They work it weak side. Some moves along the wall. They clear the zone. And Montana Tech will have to regroup to waive the offsides there. UVU tries to send a long stretch pass. That one is missed, and we'll have an icing. Robber's checking out on you. He said he likes the commentary. Montana Tech tries to take that one to the net off the face-off. They have a man in front with a shot. Another opportunity there off his own rebound. Baxter able to get that pad down, stop both of those. UVU trying to chip it out. Montana Tech keeps the zone. UVU picks it up in their corner here. Try to skate it out. Working it across, looking for options up ice. Send it weak side. Montana Tech has a man there to meet UVU. Looks like they'll go for a dump. Montana Tech rims it. UVU able to keep the zone. They have a man down low to pick up the puck there. Montana Tech able to win that battle, and they will rim it hard. And the icing is waived. There'll be no icing on that play. UVU works D to D. Montana Tech pressuring. Montana Tech able to come away with the puck. Shot off the helmet of Baxter. Montana Tech from the point, blocked by UVU defenseman. UVU now winning a battle. They're able to skate it out with some numbers here. They'll take a shot from the blue line, gloved down by the Montana Tech goaltender. Offensive zone face-off, UVU. Montana Tech able to come away with that one, and they're up the ice with some numbers now. They'll try to skate it in, make a move, pass it off, backdoor. Baxter able to get across and stop that one. UVU now the other way. They'll make a move on the blue line. With a shot off a defenseman. UVU will pick it up on the wall. Montana Tech has guys coming into battle. They'll win that battle, send it up ice. Montana Tech will go for the dump, and they will win that chase. UVU has numbers coming in now. Montana Tech wins that battle up to the point. We'll go D to D from the point, and a shot stopped by Baxter. Montana Tech offensive zone face-off. UVU wins. It bounces out on the clear. UVU 2-on-1 here. Pass back door was a little too high. Did not connect. Montana Tech now able to pass it up and out of the zone. Skating in with numbers. Makes a move. UVU plays a body there, able to stop that rush. Montana Tech to the point for a shot. Onto a UVU player's stick. They try to clear, but miss the pass, and we will have an icing. Montana Tech now with the offensive zone face-off. One of many they've had in the last few minutes. Nice move there. They'll take a shot from the middle. Montana Tech working it along the wall. Still maintaining possession. They'll work it low. They try to make that pass middle. Unable to get that. Stays in Montana Tech possession up to the point for a shot. Did not get all of that one. UVU trying to clear now. They're able to skate it out. Maintain possession. They try to work far side. They're able to enter the zone with some speed, and a shot. Blocker saved by Montana Tech. UVU will try to keep possession. 2-on-2 battle on the wall. More players joining. Looks like UVU is able to come away. They go for a quick shot that results in a turnover, but UVU looks like they're going to keep possession. Nice move there on the wall, walking middle. Players collapsing, shot. Shot from the point. Guy in middle, puck bounce out, shot wide. UVU with backdoor, shot off the cage of Montana Tech goaltender there. Did a great job of getting across that crease to stop that puck. And the cage will come off on that shot. Get a quick second for the Montana Tech goaltender to reset after that one. And it looks like both teams are lining up now. UVU is able to, or no, Montana Tech wins that one, but pops out to UVU. Shot from the point, off a skate. UVU picks it up on the wall. They work it middle. Try to work it backdoor, but don't have a man there. Montana Tech trying to chip it out. UVU keeps possession, looking for a regroup now. They send it up the wall. Montana Tech sends it right back to him. UVU works weak side. Now up and into the Montana Tech zone off a tip. Quick rim up the wall. Montana Tech tries to send it in the UVU zone. UVU regrouping now in their own zone. They'll try to send it to the middle. Montana Tech gets a stick on it, but UVU enters the zone with numbers. They'll take a shot, gloved down by the Montana Tech goaltender. Face-off one, Montana Tech. They'll work with it in their corner. UVU has three guys low trying to win that puck. Montana Tech sends it out. They have some numbers up ice. They're able to enter the zone. With some time, a shot goes wide. Back up to the point for Montana Tech. They'll work it back in. They send it middle. Back to the corner and back up to the point it goes. Time and a shot from the point for Montana Tech. Blocked wide. Montana Tech continuing to work it up top. Off a skate of UVU. Now they're working it up the other way. They'll chip it up. Montana Tech's able to get that puck, but UVU pressures into a turnover. They try to send it middle. They have a man. Didn't look like the pass was fully received there. UVU with a shot from the point. Man in front with some time in the puck. Montana Tech chips that one out. UVU now regrouping, skating back into the Montana Tech zone. Put into the boards by Montana Tech defender. They're able to get a clean breakout here. Couldn't connect to the pass to the middle though. UVU will chip it up the wall and send it back into the Montana Tech zone. UVU with a forecheck there. They're not able to win that battle. Montana Tech with some time in their own corner here. They set up a clean breakout. Montana Tech able to skate into the UVU zone here. They take it into the corner where UVU lays a body. They're able to win that puck battle. Send it up. Montana Tech point is able to get a shot after taking that puck away. And Baxter will stop that one. UVU able to come away with that one off the face-off. Now skating it up with some numbers. Montana Tech back checking. Oh, UVU tries to work that one back door. Unable to connect. Good stick from Montana Tech there. Another good stick from Montana Tech causes a turnover. Send the puck all the way down where Montana Tech collects. UVU now putting a body on him, battling along the wall. Montana Tech comes away. They have a man back door. Does not find that man. It works up to the point for a shot. UVU is able to get that off the block. And now we have UVU on a one-on-one entering the zone. Little move. Carries it behind the net. Loses that, but is able to get it back. Montana Tech now takes that puck away. They try to send it up. It'll bounce right back onto his stick, and he'll go for a dump and change. UVU sends it up the wall. They're looking for an option. They send it weak side, race to the puck. UVU is able to keep possession, but we will have an offsides. Three minutes remaining in the period. We'll see if one of these teams decides they want to get the lead before the period is over. UVU wins the face-off. They go for a shot. Little knuckle puck. Montana Tech able to stop that one. UVU, another shot from the point. Blocked wide. Back up to the point. UVU decides to send it deep. They'll collect in the corner and work it behind the net. Puck is then lost in a battle. Montana Tech tries to clear. UVU able to keep possession at the point. Good stick by Montana Tech to clear the zone. UVU will have to regroup. Into the neutral zone, into the middle for UVU. They have some time skating in, tries to work middle. UVU now with a shot, but stopped by the